Have you ever wondered what happens when you join a friendly gaming community? When that gaming community is there to support you, put the emphasis on fun, not defending yourself on a forum. The emphasis of enjoying the game you brought and making it better. I found though, when I'm making mods, I cannot make mods in a toxic community. It becomes impossible. It's an entirely negative experience that just makes me want to stop and go away. And that's been true for quite a lot of modders. But in a friendly community, you get Origin of the Mages Guild, Kvatch Aftermath, Kvatch Rising, the Elder Council, Return to Helgen, the NCR mod, and dozens of others. One after the other, quickfire, bang, 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 bang. Everybody gets to enjoy it. You also get spin-offs, or just joke mods like I used to make with the NCR gunfight with the Clint Eastwood film, which YouTube took out, so it ruined it. But anyways, you get all kinds of fun going on. It feeds itself. When you're in a community that does enjoy the game, it's a very different feeling. It's a very different community. It's a community you want to be part of, that you're proud of. You want to join in. You want to make things for it yourself because you know the support's there. It's not about one-upmanship. It's about having fun. Bethesda are currently trying to make their games into that kind of community. I mean, I've had run-ins with them before when they have some very toxic admins on. But things have changed. Things are now, now the emphasis is on fun, enjoying yourself, looking at things and getting the wonder of it all. And this is what I think we need to embrace in the gaming community, because quite frankly, games are supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy playing them. You're supposed to look forward to playing them. You're not supposed to think, oh God, I might have to go and make a post in that community. I don't want to get flamed. That's not what you want to be thinking. If you think like that in the community, and that community is toxic, the game is probably toxic. The whole thing is poison to your soul. You should be left alone because it's failed its primary mission, which is to cheer you up, make you feel happy, make you feel like you're enjoying yourself. That's the objective of every single game on the market. And if it doesn't fulfill those objectives, then it's failed. Now, in a community that's supportive, you can get involved in any level you like. Art, parodies, you name it. People are going to support it. When I first joined the Oblivion community, I posted a review. I got flamed for posting a review. A review causing them to flame me. I should have taken the hint there and then that was a toxic community, just not made anything for that game, but I didn't, I stayed. Now, if I was in a friendly community, I posted a review, people would have criticised it or would have said it was good or vice versa, right? But that would have been it. People would have posted artwork, they would have been talking videos. At Christmas, you would have got like sing-alongs and all kinds of stuff like that. People posting voiceovers, doing impressions of various characters in various games. You would have seen all kinds of things. You see a lot of that actually in the 40k community before Games Workshop clamped down on all the videos. But people used to have a lot of fun just doing things related to the game. And this is half of the battle when you get in a community for a game. The first half is the game itself. The second half is the community that builds up around it. When you build up a friendly community around a game, all kinds of wonderful things take place. It becomes an obsession, but a nice obsession. An obsession that cheers you up, that doubles down on the whole point of making the game. It doubles down on that happy, fun aspect and does away with the toxic, miserable aspect. When I modded Freelancer, it wasn't entirely roses and things like that. It did have its downsides. But for the most part, it was a positive community where people helped each other, where they asked if they could use other people's assets and they said yes or no. Then people turned out better mods and we went to look at it. We thought, well, that's good. I've got to do better than that next time. And it was a positive experience. The Oblivion community, that was a negative experience. Exactly the opposite of it. I mean, I modded MechWarrior as well. I didn't realise at the time, but that was also a toxic community. Caused by two or three websites, or mainly one website to be honest, right? Just being a bad apple in a whole community which is otherwise good. And it doesn't take much to ruin a community. But I built 3 websites, Respawn, Mechstorm, the Engineering Guild, designed to be supportive, respectful and helpful to players. And they got attacked aggressively by trolls and anger merchants. They tried to spoil the fun. I had to clamp down quite hard to keep them out of the community and let the community have fun and relax and just do what they want. And all three of those communities were very productive. They produced a lot of great mods, be it for MechWarrior, Relics, Dawn of War, Freelancer, whatever, you know. They made a lot of mods. Medieval Total War got its first campaign from there, which led to the Rome Total War mod, which led to Rome Total War 1 and 2. So you can see, you know, these things have a very positive aspect. It just flows on. It creates more. I mean, just because it's a modder or a fan making something doesn't mean a professional isn't going to see that and think, that's a good idea, let's do something with that. And I think at the end of the day, that's what fans want. It's not all about credit or claiming something or getting paid. It's about getting more of what you like. And I think Bethesda these days understand that. They might have not done in the past, but they do today. And here's the thing. If you're enjoying a game, you're going to buy the next one, and the next one, and the next one. You're going to buy the DLCs. It's an entirely positive experience from a capitalist point of view and a gamer point of view. It adds, it builds up, it makes a community worth being part of and makes a game more famous in the eyes of other gamers. Because people say, oh yeah, I've been on this, I've done that, I've got this mod and I've done that and this guy's really cool. And you've seen that video and that artwork and that voiceover someone did was absolutely hilarious. I used to get these voiceovers myself. I used to ask people to do lines for characters in my mods. And then they'd slip in a joke line in between and see if I'd notice. Honestly, it was absolutely hilarious. It was a really good community to be part of. But you can always tell when the toxic people come in because there's a dark cloud around everything they do. It just brings the mood down. In the past, I've had people coming in with grand mods that they were making, and I've thrown them off my site because their influence is entirely toxic and negative. And I just didn't want that on my site, and I didn't care how successful their mod was. If they were going to bring my community down into that level, I didn't want them in my communities. But anyway, you've got to defend these friendly communities. You've got to work towards it. If you allow videos and stuff like the Anger Merchant video I mentioned to influence you, then you're never going to have those happy, friendly communities. You're never going to know what it's like to be in an entirely positive environment where gaming is fun and everything you do is accepted. You're never going to know that feeling. I'm lucky. I've been in these communities several times in my life, and I know what kind of feeling it is, and it's entirely positive. I mean, in the Dark Reign 2 days, when I was making mods and that, the only toxic thing about that was a developer that was being a bit lazy. But the modders, that was entirely positive as well. I made friends and contacts then that lasted me quite a few years, decades. They hosted my websites. Respawn was hosted on some of their sites. So there's plenty of positive aspects. And I went from modding Dark Reign 2 to modding MechStorm or MechWarrior, should I say, right, on their servers. So I didn't stay with the same game. It moved. The positivity moved to different areas, different games. So you see, it doesn't just affect the game you're playing now, it affects the game you're playing next. So it's always good to err on the side of the positive, to err on the side of the friendly gaming community and be supportive. And if you ever see people saying that question's been asked 1,000 times, why don't you just read the forum? They're missing the point of a forum. A forum isn't about being a historical record of everything that's posted and searching for the first person who answered that question. It's about people interacting with each other. Those people are negative. They will destroy the forum. They will destroy the community. That's the kind of negativity I'm talking about in a day-to-day environment, which we will see in many forums. That question was asked yesterday. Why can't he just read the forum? Because he's new. That's why. He hasn't read the forum every day. He doesn't hover around the forum every minute of every day like they do. He's got a life. Don't allow this kind of negativity to destroy the communities you're part of. Because a proper community, a friendly community, is worth far more than you could ever know. See you in the next one.